Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm back. It's been a while, but I'll be posting more now. The reason I'm making this video is because I saw Thunderbolts last night in theaters, and I thought it was really good. It gave me that, original and iconic Marvel feeling since the good old Avengers times. And honestly, this movie is probably one of the best Marvel movies in years. I'd say it's at least the best one since Deadpool and Wolverine, and probably before that, No Way Home, which came out like 4 years ago. Anyways, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the future holds for Marvel. And that excitement made me want to go back to my origins and review this movie. I literally went to my brother after the movie and I said, should I make a video? Because this movie was just like it's something different in terms of what we've been getting. It feels like it wasn't a waste of money to go see this movie. It was something different, and I appreciate that from Marvel. If you haven't seen the movie yet, don't worry, I always keep my review spoiler free in case you're watching this video decide whether or not to see it. Also, after the review, I'm going to be giving you my brief opinion and some theories on how all these movies might connect within the MCU. Down the line, I'll make a separate video breaking down everything, so stay tuned for that. And also, subscribe if you're new. Anyways, so if you're out of the Marvel loop, Thunderbolts is Marvel's take on a team of anti-heroes, pulling together characters all across the MCU who've all got messy pasts. This isn't your typical world-ending villain kind of story. Without spoiling anything, the conflict is more psychological, grounded, and layered with moral complexity. It's dark, but not just visually. I mean emotionally and thematically. It focuses on the trauma of the characters and how that trauma binds them together as a team. It's kind of like the Suicide Squad in structure, but Marvel gives it a tone and style that's distinctly their own. It's gritty, but it has heart still. And honestly, this movie does a solid job of setting the tone for future MCU movies. If you're someone who's felt disconnected from Marvel lately, this could be the one to pull you back in. Now, the state of Marvel and Disney in general has been on and off for a few years. I remember talking about this in one of my Star Wars videos where I mentioned how Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, said that he was going to be shifting from quantity to quality. I can't remember exactly which video it was or if it was a draft, but he made an announcement sometime last year. And honestly, Thunderbolts feels like the first movie in a while that actually reflects that vision. For once, it feels like Disney is listening to themselves, and that makes me happy. Now, before watching it, I'd recommend catching up on the characters, especially Yelena. She was in Black Widow and Hawkeye, as well as Red Guardian.
Who is this old Santa?
I'm Alexei Shostakov, the Red Guardian.
What?
U.S. Agent was in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Ghost was in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Knowing their stories makes the team dynamic hit way harder. If you don't care to watch the shows, you can probably just watch a quick recap on YouTube. The acting is honestly top-notch. The movie balances comedy, emotional weight, and action really well. It never feels like one tone is canceling out the other. The overall theme is darkness, as I said, and it focuses on trauma, guilt, and redemption. Marvel did something similar with the grief aspect in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but this dives more into depression and mental illness, and it doesn't sugarcoat it. Each character is dealing with some kind of emotional baggage. They're described in the film as effed up, and the story leans into that. You get flashbacks, internal struggles, and moments of growth that don't feel forced. These aren't villains, but they're not traditional heroes either. They're people who've made mistakes and they're trying to do something right. Florence Pugh, who plays Yelena, is the heart of the movie. She delivers in both the action and emotional scenes, and her performance anchors the entire group. Her chemistry with David Harbour, who plays Red Guardian, is one of the best parts of the movie. He's hilarious, a little unhinged, and throws in jokes that are borderline out of pocket. And I mean that in the best way. Their father-daughter dynamic adds a surprising amount of depth.
What kind of super serum did you get?
I don't know, regular. Hydra.
Hydra? Oh, fancy. Mine was Soviet recreation, but it's still good, you know. We are the same, you and me.
Well,
I mean, we are different, but we are the same.
As for the rest of the anti-heroes, they all have standout moments. U.S. Agent brings intensity, Ghost brings unpredictability, and the banter between everyone is honestly some of the best MCU dialogue in a while. If I had to compare it, it's right up there with Deadpool and Wolverine. Clever, sharp, and often laugh out loud funny. Here's a quick compilation I put together of the funniest scenes in the movie.
That's what they talk about!
That's not good. Now, what about your hat?
The hat. The helmet?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
It's like cool, right? You like it?
Do you like the hat?
Yeah, I think the hat's pretty sweet.
The assignment is... Oh, wait, hang on. Assignment is complete.
Who are you?
I'm Bob. I told you. Yeah, Bob.
Jesus Christ, stop saying Bob.
Who sent you, Bob?
Nobody. Why would I be sent? You were all sent?
I'm not sure what's happening here, but you're all exhausting, and my job is done.
Engaging defensive measures.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's not supposed
Oh my god.
Walker, shield!
Now, we gotta talk about the action. This is where Thunderbolts goes hard. My favorite part about Marvel movies is action, and the action in this movie is raw, fast-paced, and feels personal. Director Jake Schreier uses more practical effects than you'd expect, which makes everything feel grounded, even when people are flipping through the air and using high-tech gadgets. The fight scenes are well choreographed, and they have weight. There are at least 3 sequences where I said out loud, holy shit. It felt brutal, but cinematic, the kind of stuff Marvel hasn't done in a while. The stunts are tight, and the cinematography plays a huge role. You've got close-up combat shots, wide-angle team battles, and some beautiful nighttime visuals. Well, more shadowy visuals. Visually, it's one of the most polished Marvel films post-Endgame. As for visual effects, everything from energy blasts and to cloaking and environmental destruction looked clean. It never felt cartoony or overdone. It enhanced the story instead of becoming the story. This is one of the movies where the VFX team put in the work. As for the music, it's pretty solid, but there is one thing that I wish was a bit stronger: the score. It's a personal opinion of my own, but there wasn't a real signature theme that stuck with me the way Avengers has that da-na-na motif. Since Thunderbolts is being promoted as the next big team, I think Marvel missed an opportunity to give a theme darker and more recognizable anthem. I think it would have been a better idea. When you hear that music, you know that Thunderbolts are coming, especially since they're going to tie up the newer movies. I feel like there would be a good scene where that music will be able to portray the Thunderbolts in some way. Just a little idea. That said, the soundtrack during high energy scenes is pretty great. They throw in some licensed tracks that work well with the vibe, and the sound design during the action is crisp. You can feel the impact of the punches and hear the weight in the explosion. It adds a lot of immersion, especially in IMAX. Let's talk about the numbers real quick. The movie had a budget of around $180 million, which is pretty standard for Marvel movies. As of the opening weekend, it pulled in $76 million domestically and $86.1 million internationally. That's around $162 million worldwide. So they haven't broken even yet, but within the next coming weeks, I feel like they will and make a profit. It's the 28th biggest MCU domestic opening, and that's a big win considering how shaky Marvel's reputation has been recently. Critics are vibing with it too. It's sitting at a 80% on Rotten Tomatoes with a 94% audience score at the time of recording this video, which is pretty good for Marvel movies. So to me, Thunderbolts feels like Marvel course correcting in real time. It has stakes, emotion, and personality, and it knows when to have fun. A lot of people, including myself, have been kind of disappointed with the recent MCU output. For example, me and my family have this joke going on that every other Marvel movie is going to be good, because that's how it's been. It feels like every other Marvel movie has been okay, and the rest have been bad. But the reason I made this video is because Thunderbolts was more than good, and I feel like over time it's getting better. This movie gives me hope. It's not trying to be overly flashy or multiverse crazy. It's just focused on telling a good story with great characters. If Marvel keeps this up and builds on it, they can get back to the level they were a few years ago. Now I just want to talk about the post-credit scenes of the Thunderbolts. This will have spoilers, so if you're concerned about that, just fast forward into the outro. I'm going to be talking about some different things. But in the post-credit scenes of Thunderbolts, the team is comprising of Yelena, Bucky, Red Guardian, U.S. Agent, Ghost, and Bob. They're officially rebranded as the New Avengers by CIA Director Valentina. This rebranding signifies a pivotal shift in the MCU, positioning this group of anti-heroes as Earth's new primary defense force. The scene also hints into internal conflicts as Sam Wilson is seen forming his own Avengers team, suggesting a potential clash over the Avengers legacy. Simultaneously, the new arrival of the spacecraft bearing the Fantastic Four insignia sets the stage for their introduction in the Fantastic Four First Steps movie, slated to release on July 25th. This film will introduce Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm, who are expected to play a crucial role in the multiverse conflicts ahead. Looking forward, Avengers Doomsday is scheduled for May 1st, 2026, and will unite the New Avengers, Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and other heroes to confront a new threat, Doctor Doom, portrayed by Robert Downey Jr. This casting marks a significant twist, transitioning Downey Jr. from his iconic role as Tony Stark to that of the MCU's new major antagonist. The film is expected to explore complex themes of power, legacy, and the consequences of multiversal interference, with the Fantastic Four's advanced scientific knowledge and unique abilities being pivotal in combating Doom's plans. These developments suggest a bold new direction for the MCU, blending legacy characters with fresh dynamics to reinvigorate the franchise. Anyways, I can talk more on that in the next video. I just wanted to give some of my quick opinions on the future. And before I go, I just want to say it's been a minute. This is the first video I've put out in a while. I think it's been close to a year and a half. I took a break because honestly, I was seeing a strong drop in viewership, and that killed my motivation for a bit. I didn't want to just post stuff for the sake of it. I care about making content that actually means something to me, and hopefully to you too. But Thunderbolts sparked something, and it reminded me why I started doing this in the first place. So I'm back, and from here on out, I'm focusing on quality over quantity, just like Marvel's trying to do. You're going to be seeing more breakdowns, reviews, and commentary videos soon, and I'm excited to share this next chapter of the channel with you. Let me know what you think or thought of Thunderbolts in the comments below. Did it give you hope for the MCU again? Are you hyped about the new direction with the new Avengers, Fantastic Four, and Doctor Doom? Drop your theories. I love reading them. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate all of you. I'll catch you in the next one.